I'm Vera Santos. I'm the director of the relationship, SOBEST relationship department and national relationship department. With me are Sandra Maria Gonçalves Bezerra. Sandra is our WCT international delegate. And today we are going to do an interview with the president of WCT, Elisabeth Ayello, and the elected president, WCT elected president, Laurent Chabal. The aim of this interview is to promote WCT among Brazilian nurses in general, and of course, translate to you, our colleagues, Brazilian colleagues, and also maybe Latin American colleagues, about what WCT is, what WCT has been done, why joy to WCT. Thank you very much, Elisabeth Ayello, Dr. Elisabeth Ayello and Mr. Laurent Chabal, to be present with us. And please introduce yourselves before we start our interview. Thank you very much for being with us.
Well, thank you very much, Vera, for the invitation. And I am a nurse from America. I live in New York and in Miami part of the year. And I have been the elected president of WCT since 2018, and my term will end in June of 2022. I have very special feelings for Brazil because it was at the 2004 conference, WCT conference in Florianopolis, that I became the executive editor for WCT, which is how I first got onto the executive board. So I want to thank you again for your wonderful hospitality at that time and for the wonderful, joyous, hospitable relationship I have enjoyed with you since 2004.
Thank you, Vera. Thank you for Sandra for this invitation. Very pleased to be with you. I'm Laurent Chabal. I'm also a stomach nurse, but on other parts of my time job, I'm also a lecturer at the University in Geneva in Switzerland. And since 2018, I am the president-elect, and I will be the next president in 2022. And also I have a great relationship with Brazil, because in 2004, it was my first ever WCT Congress when I was in. So you see, we have a long story with you.
Thank you very much. So I think that we can start this interview with the first question about the history of WCT. Please tell us about the history of WCT.
With great pleasure. So the World Council of Endostomal Therapists was founded in 1978 by Norma and Gill, who was an ostomy patient who was living in Cleveland, Ohio, the USA. And she had a great team of people, because nobody can do this by themselves, who worked with her. And the first international Congress for WCT was held in Milano, Italy. Norma and Gill was elected as the first WCT president. And a few years later, she also was the first journal editor for the WCT journal.
WCT begins just with stomach care and ostomy care, but during its over 40 years of existence, the association has changed, and now it's also include wound and continence care. Some of our members in over 65 countries practice just one of these three specialties, while most have dual specialty practice areas, and some of them all three. They practice in different kind of settings, like hospitals, outpatient clinics, home or community, rehabilitation, education settings, and business. And this year, WCT is really proud to have won the Golden Award of the Journal of Wound Care and the World Union of Wound Healing Society for the most progressive society. And we congrats also SOBEST to have won the Silver Award.
Thank you.
Congratulations to SOBEST.
Both of us, both of the association. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have a historical photo, not just one, with the Norma Gill, our founder. What are the WCT goals, mission, and values?
I have to say that as a global and international leader, we are an inclusive association that values and respects the dignity and diversity of people globally. We promote specialized education for nurses worldwide so they can provide better care to patients with ostomy, wound, or continence care needs. The WCT mission is to lead the global advancements of our three specialty. The WCT mission is to ensure specialized nursing care is available worldwide for all people with a need for an ostomy, wound, or continence care, and to provide nurses worldwide the access to ostomy, wound, and continence care specialty education, as to support the development of ETNEP program around the world.
So the World Council of Endoscopic Therapists, we aspire to several core values. Respect for the dignity and the individual diversity of all persons. Integrity, adherence to a recognized code of ethics. Communication, fostering collaboration between members and other interested parties. Holistic care, encompassing care for the body, mind, and spirit. And finally, we have a scientific approach. We want the advancement of research and evidence-based specialized education and care.
Thank you very much. International Global Mission. Would you please explain a little bit about the WCT organizational structure?
The structure has changed over the years. And right now, each country where we have full members elects an international delegate to represent their country. The ID, as we call the international delegates, is the link between the WCET members and his or her country and the WCET Executive Board. I invite those of you in Brazil to contact Sandra, who is the Brazilian ID, and she has done a fabulous job of increasing interest and membership in Brazil, and we applaud her greatly for those efforts. Thank you, Sandra. For other colleagues who might be listening to this from Latin America, please check on our website who your ID is and contact them. WCET currently has 5 elected all volunteer positions on the executive board. We have reduced this number over the years to make things more financially good for the organization. So we have the president, which I am, the president-elect, which is Laurent Chabal. We have a chairperson for the education committee, which is Julie Wang from China. The chairperson for the Norma and Gill Foundation, which is Alice Chen. And the treasurer, which is Diana Gallagher from Alabama in the United States. Each of us serve now, because we've changed the process, for 1 4-year term starting in 2022 when Laurent becomes the president of WCET. We also have 2 supportive positions which are appointed. And the reason why they are appointed is you have to have a very particular skill set to do these jobs. So one of them is Dee Wog as the WCET Congress and Meeting Coordinator, and she's from South Africa. And she does an outstanding job of organizing our biennial congresses. And the other person is the WCET Journal Editor, which is Jenny Prentice, who is located in Perth, Australia.
As you said, we have two committees, and members of WCT can volunteer to be active in one or two of them. So the first one is the most important one. The other one is also important, but Education Committee is a huge committee. It has many responsibilities. One of them is to recognize ETNEP and REP program around the world, or do educational move with countries who meet the criteria in order to allow them to recognize school within their country on behalf of WCT. And Brazil is one of these countries who can do that. Education Committee also plan and provide webinars, and we will have, we have a lot of them and more will come, so stay tuned, and do also education publication resources. And last but not least, the Education Committee is also in charge of making some publication other than the journal, the bulletin, and the International Ostomy Guideline, as we call it, the IOG. For example, WCT has two laminated pocket guides that can be purchased on our WCT website. One is about stoma site marking, and the other one is about stoma complication. They are available in English and Spanish. Other education resources include the Festrich book for Norman and Gill Thompson, which summarizes the growth and evolution of ET nursing specialty worldwide. The second committee is the Norman and Gill Foundation, which is in charge of raising money and fairly allocated WCT scholarship across the world according to ID approval biennial budget. Application forms from different types of scholarships can be found on the WCT website. The committee reviews and the completed forms for the membership scholarships, Congress scholarships, and education program scholarships. We also have a constitution advisory panel that meets periodically to review and make recommendations to the WCT constitution.
Our Single Index Professional Journal, the WCET Journal, is our official journal, and it celebrated its 40th anniversary in 2020. The journal is owned by the WCET Association and is published for us by Cambridge Media, which is out of Perth, Australia. As a global organization, WCET has committed many of its resources to having the journal available in multiple languages. When I came to the journal as executive editor in 2004, the journal was only published in English. And one of my goals was to have the journal published in other languages. And I am really happy to say that that goal, with the support of industry for translations, as well as the executive board allocating the resources to do this, because it's quite expensive, has been realized. Our members are mailed the English version of the journal, and the electronic versions of the journal are available for people to download from the WCET website. And currently the journal is in Chinese, French, Portuguese, and Spanish. Now, due to a very generous grant from Calmo-Septine, the Portuguese version of the journal is open access. So right now, we don't know how long this will be. Even if you're not a WCET member, you can go and you can read the Portuguese version. And Mr. Dixon, the Calmo-Septine president, paid for this because he really wants to help support SOBEST and the people in Brazil and introduce them to the WCET journal and the wonderful information that is in our journal, so that it will help you in your practice. So we please encourage you to have members from SOBEST or Brazil or whoever speaks Portuguese to please join the WCET so that he will continue to help fund the translation of the journal in Portuguese. Now, as I said earlier, Jenny Prentice is the current WCET journal editor. So she heads the editorial board, and she invites qualified people who are interested to contact her if you are interested in being a peer reviewer or being part of the journal editorial board. Anybody, whether you are a member of WCET or not a member of WCET, can submit your manuscript to our journal for consideration for publication.
Thank you both about the resource, WCET resource. They are very, very useful, very, very important, including we have the link of WCET journal in Portuguese version in our SOBEST, including this. What are the rights and the duties of the WCET members?
First of all, the annual membership dues are 25 British pounds sterling. And we have discounts if you join for multiple years at the same time. So the amount becomes less. If you cannot afford the membership fee, you can apply for a membership scholarship. And you can do that by going to our website to download the application under the tab for Norma and Guild, where the scholarship applications can be found. So, Laurent, would you like to tell us about the multiple benefits that people enjoy when they become a WCET member, please?
Yeah, for sure. As you have already said, the members of WCET receive the journal, which is single index, peer-reviewed, published 4 times a year. And as you said, the English version is only mailed. The electronic version is available through the website. And as you said, for now, free access for the Portuguese version. Thanks again to Calmo17. So we do hope that it will help all Portuguese and SOBEST in particular to continue to spread the word about the journal being available in Portuguese. Members also receive the electronic bulletin, which is the official magazine of the WCET members, which is published 3 times a year. On one hand, you have the journal, which is the scientific publication of WCET, and the bulletin, which is more like a newsletter or magazine, as we call it. It's not peer-reviewed. The only review we do and the edits we do is only for grammatical and meanings, but not for scientific content. We don't have that for the bulletin. As a WCET member, you also have free access to all our WCET webinars. You can apply, as you have said, for WCET scholarship, whatever it is. You can get a registration fee of our WCET biennial congresses, a reduction online subscription to the International Interprofessional Advanced Skin and Wound Care Journal. Get also registration fee at Excelsior College, which is an online college since 1971, located in US, where students learn their degree virtually. And you also have a great opportunity to network with other colleagues worldwide, and many more.
Thank you. How can the WCET members participate in the WCET committees?
So they have to contact with the chair of the committee in order to show their interest. But of course, all is done in English because English is our official languages. Our members are spread in over 65 countries. So the basic thing we can do to make everybody understand everyone is to speak English. But as a non-English speaking native person, I can tell it will be a secondary benefit to participate in this kind of things because you will practice and improve your English. That I can tell.
But as a only American English speaker, I can tell you that another benefit is by having the diversity of people from different cultures and who speak different languages, it really enriches you as a person. Number one, it will open up your eyes to new ways of thinking about patient situations. I think you learn a lot about different cultures. And as we all know, our patients come from many different places. So you get more insights about people's cultures, people's religions, which I think makes you a better nurse. And for me, I have learned a few words in other languages, such as bom dia for Portuguese, buenos dias for Spanish, ni hao for Chinese. But my most learning has been French because I work with Laurent in our leadership capacity. So my Francais is getting better. I can say many more words in French than when I started in 2004. And I think that enriches you as a human being as well as a practitioner. And I don't know how you put a value on that, but it's just great to have a global outlook. And there is a word, it's called cosmopolitan, and it means that you have a global perspective. And I think that's what WCET brings to you. It makes you a world citizen. Mm-hmm. So I want to say in our closing remarks here that WCET really deeply values our collaborative relationship with SOBEST, and we warmly thank you, the officers of the association, Sandra again for being the ID, and for this wonderful opportunity to tell you more about the WCET. We really would like you to join us in our world mission to provide specialized education to nurses to improve care for persons, whether they have a stoma, a wound, or continence care needs worldwide. I mean, we take care of people's skin. Just think about that. We take care of people's skin. So we're all really united about that. So please do consider joining the WCET and increasing our membership so that we could still have the journal in Portuguese.
Next year, we will have a really important joint Congress plan, which will be not too far away from you because it will be in US. It is the second time only that we will have a joint conference from our long association history. So please join us from June 5 to June 8, 2022, our joint WCT Congress with WCN in Fort Worth, Texas. Please look for call for abstracts, which will be open by next September, October. And we wish you to see you there and to attend this important, so you can attend this important event. So until then, please stay safe, healthy, keep in touch with WCT electronically on social media, and don't hesitate to contact us. We will be happy to reply and to help you the best we can.
We send you 1,000,000 Brazilian kisses.
Thank you very much for your kindness to be here and to promote WCT, to talk a little bit more about WCT. I belong to WCT since 1992, and as the first international delegate, Brazilian international delegate. And I agree with you, Beth, and you, Laurent, about the global mission, the improvement of us a human being. It's a very, very nice organization. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The interview is very important for us.
Obrigado, right?
Obrigado.
In Portuguese, arigato.
Obrigado. Obrigada, Elisabeth. Obrigado, Laurent.